What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we are back for a pretty huge Destiny 2 weekly reset for the 17th of December. So we do have the first weekly reset of the new season, and this week is another pretty busy one. We do have the launch of the Dawning Winter event, we'll cover some of the basics for that, as well as the new weapon and rewards, but we also have the new quest for SAINT-14, with a pretty exciting story development to come, hopefully also with some nice rewards, and on top of this, we've got new Obelisks, new weapon drops, and as always, the rest of our weekly reset to round up in this video. Before we get into it though guys, if you're looking for a super tasty, healthy alternative to energy drinks designed for gamers, then be sure to check out my friends at Now Drinks. They have some pretty awesome flavors with natural ingredients that help improve focus and memory, and you can get a free shakeout by following the link and using code Houndish below, so check that out if you're interested. Now though, let's get into the reset stuff, and we've got the Dawning. So Eva is back in the tower courtyard, and it's generally a pretty similar setup to what we've seen in previous years. We do have the new weapon. This is the Cold Front SMG, and of course you can inspect these in further detail in game, but we'll also get a quest for the new Dawning Exotic Sparrow, and generally we're going to have to bake and deliver cookies to various vendors in order to get those rewards. On top of this though, Eva does have a bunch of bounties which award Bright Dust, but also XP, and interestingly in the database it does list double XP for these bounties, so be sure to pick these up, whether you're really planning to run Dawning stuff or not, they're going to be pretty useful. And of course, as always, a bunch of the Dawning cosmetic stuff will be available for Bright Dust, and in the store in general, which we'll check out in a moment. So here we are in the game, and we have the new quest to speak with Osiris for an impossible task right there, so it looks like this one is going to be the quest we need to go on for SAINT-14, and of course we are here already to speak to Osiris, so yeah, there's kind of a quest thread that you can see beginning right there, but also you can see, or you could see in that inventory previously, that there are actually the Obelisk quests for Nessus and the European Dead Zone, so if you want to check either of those out, of course you'll need to go and collect different parts. So we've got Cabal armor plating recovered, of which you need 50, and then undamaged Vex parts recovered. But otherwise we can see that we need to plant some transponders right there to kind of continue through this quest, so have fun on the hunt for SAINT-14. We can see that the Sundial Powerful is also refreshed right here, so we've got to earn points to get that weekly Powerful gear, as well as the Fractaline that we can pick up, and we're going to get a new boss as well, so it will be Obelisks, if I'm saying that correctly, the Sky Piercer, and that'll be a pretty interesting one as well. In addition to this, we do have some of the new Obelisks which have become available, so first up we've got the one on the European Dead Zone, and this will allow us to get weapons like the Gallant Charge, which is the new fusion rifle, that is one of the SAINT-14 themed weapons. This Obelisk will also have Infinite Paths 8 and the Last Perdition available via bounties. But then there is the Nessus Obelisk as well. This will enable us to pick up the Patron of Lost Causes, that's the scout rifle from the SAINT-14 set. There is also Traveler's Judgment 5 and Jack Queen King 3 as additional kind of weapon bounties. Of course, I will keep you posted with any additional bits of information and things that are worth knowing about these Obelisks as we go through the course of the week. Of course, a lot of our Pinnacle Drops on the moon actually remain unchanged, so we've got things like the Dungeon, as well as the Raid, and a bunch of Nightmare Hunts that we can complete for Pinnacle gear still in Season 9, so that'll be kind of one of the main sources, but otherwise the powerful stuff, as always, is on the Director. Of course, with us having a new season and the Dawning event, of course, it's good to it's always good to take a look at some of the inventory right here. So we've got a lot of featured stuff for silver in this first week, and then there is the kind of Bright Dust section down here. So we've got the Comfort Dance from the Dawning, the Hard Packed Shell, we've got the Howling Blizzard, and then we've got the Resilient Laurel, as well as our kind of typical boons and things like that. What's this one? The Concentrated Mana Gem. Oh yeah, this is the one that gives you a chance to get the upgrade module. Not entirely sure if it's worth 200 Bright Dust. Let us know your thoughts about that. There is a dedicated event section right here, and I'd imagine we're going to see a lot of stuff for silver, but also some stuff for Bright Dust, which is the new armor right there. Pretty expensive if you are using Bright Dust. And then there is the main kind of Bright Dust page. So what do we got in here? I'm guessing Bungie will feature some of the inventory for the Dawning. We've got baking cookies. We've got a History of Starlight, an exotic ship right there, the True North Shell, the Dawning Bauble Shell, the Subito Mark 9, and the Holiday Cheer Sparrow, as well as the Snowflake Projection. So lots of Dawning themed stuff that you can pick up, and we'll see how that Eververse inventory evolves week over week. For our other powerful stuff on the Director, of course we've got the Flashpoint, which this week appears to be over here on Nessus, and we've got a bunch of different stuff to pick up, I believe, for that Nessus Obelisk and of course the Osiris quest, so that should be interesting. But otherwise the powerful and pinnacle stuff, of course, on the moon is on the Director as always right there. This week's Nightfall Ordeal is on the moon, so that's going to be the Scarlet Keep Strike. But in terms of traditional Nightfalls, we've got Exodus Crash, which can drop the Impact Velocity Sparrow, the Will of the Thousands, and you can get the Worm God Incarnation right there, and then Broodhold, which of course is an old PS exclusive strike. Briefly, for some of our legacy content right here though, we've got the Menagerie with Arcsinge, Blackout, and Grenadier for the normal mode, and then for Heroic, Extinguish, Grenadier, Famine, and Solar Singe. On top of this, the Reckoning modifiers for today are Arcsinge, and then Heavyweight. And if you happen to be interested in the Year 1 Leviathan raid modifiers, we've got Prism, and then Arms Master with Hand Cannon, Sniper Rifle, and anything in the power slot for the Prestige version. But when we come to the Escalation Protocol, finally, we've got Bok Litter, the Hunger of Zol, for the boss this week, and that means you can randomly pick up the SMG when you take the boss down. There are of course the updated armor drops right now as well, although for players who picked up the Escalation Protocol armor in Year 1, I believe there are some issues with actually getting the drops at the end of EP runs, so I'll keep you posted if Bungie update us on that. However, over in the Dreaming City, the Ascendant Challenge will be the Forfeit Shrine, which is accessed via the Garden of Aesilla, so if you're a player still completing any of that Forsaken content. Of course, the Ascendant Challenges are the activities where you pop the tincture and go through the Ascendant portal, so if you want the location for this week's challenge, as well as a little bit of gameplay of how it works, you can check that out at the end of the video. But for now guys, that's everything we've got to round up in this one, and so I hope you found the video useful. If you have, a rating below is very much appreciated. I will be keeping you posted on any additional content and things worth knowing over the next couple of days with this content drop, but otherwise I hope you enjoy the new quests, the Dawning. Let us know what you're going to be hunting down inside of this week's reset first. But if you've enjoyed the video, a rating below is very much appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to get subscribed so I can keep you up to date with everything related to the game. Otherwise though, thank you for tuning in, and I will catch you guys very soon.